So I wanted to give a really quick overview of the current state of the hackathon. Yesterday at 9 a.m., the hackathon submission ended. So if you try to submit after that time, you can't do it. I want to thank everyone for submitting projects. A lot of people did a lot of submissions. We have a lot of cool AI related projects, a lot of cool collaborative related projects. But now we are in the voting period. So what you need to do, if you submitted a project, I highly recommend going through all the submissions. You get 3 votes that you can kind of divvy out to your other fellow contestants. I know it seems kind of counterintuitive that you're kind of giving votes to people and you're the one who wants to win. But again, this is like a community thing. Let's go ahead and give back. Let's look for your favorite projects and let's vote for them, because that is a second category that you can potentially win in, the best peer-reviewed submission. I went ahead and just picked the default YouTube thumbnails, and for those who did like Loom or other things, I just kind of grabbed a screenshot of like what they're talking about. Like I said, I watched through a lot of the videos. Some of them are really good polished apps. Some of them seem like more prototypes. The judging criteria, honestly, you can judge what you want to judge on. And this is the category that you are voting on, right? So I will be giving out first and second prizes to the top rated winners of the top rated by public. And again, this category will not affect my rankings, my subjective judging on these categories, okay? But if you do want to kind of judge based on these main categories when you do your rated by public, remember the main categories are most creative use of AI. So that would mean you have an AI project that does not only just OpenAI or ChatGPT, but maybe they integrated with Replicate, maybe they integrated with various other things like a vector database, something like that. That really showcases that, you know, they thought about a creative thing and they implement it in their solution. Now, again, the other category is most collaborative. So what does that mean? That means that you have an application where a lot of people can come in and use it at the same time. So that would mean the more your app supports multiple people editing the same data, the better. So if in the video they were to demo multiple people either playing the game together, collaborating on editing something together, that's kind of like what that category is. And of course, if one game has a 2-player game versus another one, but one has a lot more polish or features, then that one's probably going to rank a little bit higher. And I would also say, don't just rank on how stuff looks. Like, yeah, if someone brought in like a Shadcyan library, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're the most creative use of AI or they're the most collaborative project. It just means that they use a pre-existing component library and they made it look kind of nice, right? So that could potentially add some to your scoring, but it's not the overall thing we're kind of shooting for. So again, you get up to 3 votes. Please come through here and vote. What I don't want to see is that you contributed to this project and then you just don't vote for anybody else. Like, come on, let's be a team player. Let's participate. Let's help other people out. And then not only that, like if you see a project that you're like, wow, this is actually really cool, I want to learn from it, you can click on their GitHub link, assuming that they've set it to public. Some of these are actually private, so only I can view the code. If you want to see like how certain people did certain things, like, you know, this is your time, this is your opportunity to kind of learn more, okay? It's not just about winning and rating people, it's about learning yourself. There's tons of good examples of people out there like building some really cool projects. So definitely take time and try to see how people did things to compete in this project. Last thing, I'm trying to make this submissions page be random every hour. I don't want to introduce any biases. And unfortunately, I think submissions that are at the top of the page are typically going to be the things seen most often. So I'm trying to like just have it rotate randomly every hour. So if you come in here and you like see that your stuff is all shuffled around, that's why I kind of added that in. All right, those are my final thoughts. So if you enjoyed the hackathon, just let me know. Leave a comment, say, hey, I really enjoyed participating. I would love to do this again in the future, and maybe I can plan that out in the near future. I'm going to take a little break after this hackathon. I think it was a lot of work, but it was fun. And finally, next Wednesday is when I plan to release the winners. And again, I just want to reinforce the fact that there were a lot of good submissions, and in order for me to pick the top 3, it's going to be a close call. So if you happen to not place and you think you did really well, I apologize. It's just the way it is. Maybe you thought you put a lot of effort into this, but unfortunately, you know, maybe I was looking for something more specific and you just didn't seem to hit it. All right, that's about it. Have a good day, happy coding, and stay tuned for any updates that'll happen soon on this hackathon next Wednesday.